Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting split of Zero Gravity Gaming as we kick off the fall 2022 IBS season tonight with an exciting matchup featuring newcomers Snack Bears Sun Guardians against the defending champs Goon Squad Gaming Iota. I'm Wingman. I'm here with Brennan and Industrial. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves so we can get this show kicked off?
I guess you said me first. Yeah. I'm excited to be here. I think uh, IBS League is one that I've not paid as much attention to as I would have liked. Of course, some days I'm normally a little booked, but should be a fun night of games regardless. And I'm excited to kick off the season for this league here tonight.
Be here. I'm excited to see how these teams grow and develop throughout the season and keep track of them. I haven't been the best at keeping track of IBS sometimes too, but I'm excited to have a very close eye and be intently focused this time around.
And yeah, I guess last but not least, back to me. I'm Wingman. I've been playing in the IBS division the last couple splits, and I'm trying my hand at coaching an IBS team this split. So we'll see how all of that goes. So this is week one for ZGG, which means we have not gotten to see any of these teams on the Rift yet, unless you've played a scrim with them or against them. But just from looking at the rosters, let's go down the list and see what we think of each team. So first up, Snack Bear Sun Guardians. Let's talk about what's our overall impression of this team, maybe any key players that stick out to you guys.
Yeah. I'm looking at this roster, and the big thing that stands out to me is they had a lot of role swaps coming into the start of the season. I think we were seeing a few different lineups that came through. I think Albedo was playing jungle at one point, Cat was mid. There was the roster where Pudge was AD carry and Cat was support. So I'm interested to see how it's going to come together with how this is landed. My eyes, of course, are going to be on Albedo, who's been doing well. I believe he's also playing on Revolution in the Gold League this season. So definitely where my eyes are peeled, but I think this roster is definitely an upgrade from what we saw coming out of Snack Bears last season. They should be really exciting to see on the Rift.
For me, I'm honestly my eyes are on Hades because Hades is a bronze ADC, and that's nothing like bad about that. But like, I'm excited to see where that goes because people typically will look at that and be like, "Oh, that's an advantage." But like, I want to see Hades be like, "No, I'm better," and that kind of stuff. And overall, I'm just excited because like you did talk about the roll stops and that kind of stuff, and I am curious to see if like this is like the picture perfect one. Like they tried all these different swaps, and maybe this is finally like the perfect like puzzle to fit together. So I'm hoping it is for them.
Yeah, my eyes I think are going to be also in the bot lane, but on Wuj, the slide as their support. If you played against Snack Bears last season, like in EDL for example, you probably had the privilege of being murdered by Talon on at least a few occasions.
Yep,
They're
I
very very
remember last
aggressive
season.
mage supports, and they did end up breaking out into gold in the middle of that season. So my question is, will Wuju be able to step up and take up that mantle of the aggressive Snack Bears support, or will they be shift play entirely? I think that's the big question for this team. Moving on to TD Serenity. What do you guys think of this team? What sticks out? What kind of vibes are you getting here?
I'll let you start this one, Industrial. Yeah.
I'm a little bit curious because whenever I went to go look at their roster, I saw that not everything was like fully set up and that kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit curious to see what happens here and like if there is a game for TD tonight. Honestly, I'm a little bit curious about probably Pandorium. I just mid lane is a very good lane, and I think Pandorium has that potential as a mid laner, I guess, and that kind of stuff. So I'm a little curious to see if Pandorium does this season and that kind of all that good stuff. But I do think they have good potential. It's just I hope they can play tonight.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. There's some interesting stuff with certain players not filling up player applications. Actually, this just coming in as well. Agent C6, one of their substitutes, I think just hit gold today, so is no longer eligible to play in the IBS league. So, and I know Agent C6 has been a pretty solid AD carry in the past, so wouldn't have been too surprised to see him come out tonight. You mentioned Pandorum. Pandorum's known for some interesting picks in the mid lane, so could see some spice come through. I think that's definitely where my eyes are going to be is, are we playing standard? Are we playing cheese? What's going to happen? Because sometimes that cheese, you can run away with games, even series, as a result of it.
I agree. Those are all very good points. The other two players that catch my eye here, also players I played against in EDL last season. Their jungler, TD Ares, formerly known as Apathy, very solid jungler, likes to play carry picks like Viego. Uh, and then at the support position, Rhymes, very, very versatile support, can do anything from the Enchantress to mages to the engaged tanks. I saw him absolutely dominate a game on a Blitzcrank. Very good playmaking support. And I think when you have all these new players coming in, moving around, moving into new roles, roster and turmoil, having that experienced shot calling support, I think that's something that can really carry this team a long way if they're able to come together. And next up, moving on to we've got a pair of teams from Glacial Academy and Glacial Esports Pink. What's exciting to you guys about each of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. These are a lot of names I do not recognize when it comes to Glacial Academy specifically. I'm looking at this roster and there's some question marks for me. I'm looking at, potentially Moonlight coming in could be a decent enchanter player coming from the support role. Heaven was just swapped to substitute today, I believe, as well. I think Glacial's running with an E-sub in, I believe it was Jamie's Turn TV, if I remember correctly. Yes. So my eyes are going to be on the bot lane to see how well this meshes together. You have some decent power in the mid lane as well. Mid and top are okay. I'm looking at Graggy Gap, and it's a lot of Gragas. If that's gone, I'm not sure how well that's top half's going to pan out, but my eyes are definitely drawn towards the bottom lane, at least for Glacial Academy.
For me, it's definitely a lot of names I don't recognize. It seems like it's just like one of those people, like a group of people that just kind of like came out of the blue for me. I'd say the person I'm again the most excited for is the mid laner Phallic Fenno. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Phenom.
Phenom. Thank you. I cannot pronounce things for like me. I'm sorry, I butchered it. But I just feel like, because that was like kind of the person that like people recognize, like, oh, this is the highest ranked person, like this is the person we're gonna target. So I'm hoping that Phallic will be able to do well with the pressure going under and probably getting target banned for a bit. So because it's just this is such a new team, so I'm hoping that Phallic is able to persevere through the hardships that may come with being the deemed highest ranked person, aka the targeted person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my eyes with these teams are on either Pac. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The top laner for Glacial Esports Pink. Pac played for BDE. I can't remember the full name of the team last split. They played in a few different leagues. Here's their top for summer. This is a very solid team that won a lot of games. And when I look at experienced player on a roster with a lot of other rookies, again, just like Albedo with Snack Bears, that's my big question is will Pac be able to provide that leadership and experience to help them all come together?
Yeah, I think when I look at Esports Pink, I think it is a lot on Pac. I think this is where my eyes are drawn. It's going to be towards the soul lanes. I think Tree to be can be decent, but this bot lane is where a lot of my concerns lie. I think it's a generally weaker bot lane in the league, but we'll have to see if they can prove us wrong there.
Okay, and moving. Sorry, what was that?
I agree with you both in regards to Pink completely.
Mm-hmm. And now we've got our another pair of teams from the same org: Goon Squad Gaming Psy and Goon Squad Gaming Iota. Let's dive into Psy first. What's exciting to you guys in this team?
I'm excited to see both these rosters. Of course, this is kind of the split of GSG's tournament-winning roster from last season. Notably, I think Chubby Chernobyl being pushed to a substitute role for GSG Psy is a little interesting to me, but we'll have to see. I think there's a lot of power that can come through. CBXL is pretty tried and true, I would say. Fatal Error, GSG Star, like there's some power that can come through on this roster. It's just a matter of if it will click and how well it will click. Because a lot of these players, I think, are fairly new to playing with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Leper Koopa, if you guys read his Power Rankings season preview article that's in the CGG kind of official content channel in the Discord, did a really good deep dive into this team. And basically, yeah, there's a lot of really experienced players, but they move around in different roles. And so I think it's going to be they're hard to evaluate because will they be able to perform to their historical standards in new roles and positions, or will there be some drop off from any of them? Once again, my eyes are on the support. Chubby Chernobyl as a very experienced leader, shot caller in game. Will he be able to put this together?
I'd say definitely keep your eyes on that bot lane there, because I'm curious to see how Shelby does. I'm curious to see how the Scout does, because the Scout was used to playing like more of those like tankier, like healthier champions, and now the Scout's on an ADC. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I might be proven wrong with maybe it just being that much of a swap, but I don't know. Maybe he's
Yeah,
been playing a lot of ADC recently, a lot more than I think.
absolutely, absolutely. I hope he's playing ADC if he's playing ADC on Sunday nights. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that turns. And now on to GSG Iota, the powerhouse, the defending champions, and once again the favorites to repeat. What's exciting you guys most about this team?
Yeah, I mean, you say favorites to repeat. You switched out your entire bot lane, right? One hand swapping to AD carry, the self-proclaimed worst mid laner in gold being put into support as well. Shoutouts to Squad Fem. Appreciate you for letting me use that one. And now you also have Leper on the sub lineup, who's a pretty tested solo laner as well in his own right. Uh, there's a lot of power again on this roster, but my eyes are gonna be drawn towards this bot lane, see how well it can mesh and how well it fits into the rest of this team, because uh it's just a question mark right now. I think it's got the potential to be really, really strong and really take over a lot of other bot lanes in the league, but it can also look bad if it doesn't mesh. So we'll have to see what happens over the course of the season.
I to me, the term that comes to mind when I look at this roster, this team is something I often hear in things like college football. It's not a rebuild; it's a reload. Sure, they did lose Nerf Snugglebutt from last year's team, extremely solid veteran ADC, but they're still keeping around Timic and OMG. OMG, who put up I think something like 2 deaths in 3 games in the finals. Absolutely smurfing everyone. He went like 13-0-9 on his Rumble 1 game. This is in the league finals, absolutely destroying everyone. Timic, very good early brawling jungler. And what really sticks out to me is the addition of Terriermon in the top lane. Like that is a very good, very solid top lane player. And top lane being the isolated lane, it can be a lot easier to incorporate a new top laner than say a new jungler to the team. And I think Harry Mom will be able to jump into this team immediately and just start wrecking fools. I think they'll pick up right where they left off.
I agree with Wingman there. I'm excited for Only Magical Girls. I'm excited for Timic. There are names that I recognize, and I recognize them for doing well and being impressive, being like, holy shit, you know? Like, those were good plays. Like, that's IBS I love to see. And seeing them back again, it makes me excited. And just seeing this roster, I feel like they're still gonna continue where they left off, like Wingman said. Like, I think they're gonna still keep pushing through. I don't think they have anything to really worry about.
Yeah, and our last 2 teams tonight, we want to go ahead and get through all the teams so we can talk about our games tonight. We've got RAR and Facts and Logic. Do you guys recognize any of the names from these teams? Look to be a lot of rookies. Facts and Logic looks to be an entirely new org that I personally haven't seen before. What are you guys' impressions of these two?
Yeah, I know Facts and Logic is new. They're a relatively recent addition as well, just coming in like 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. So filled out the last slot in the league. But I want to go back to RAR to start this off. Um, we mentioned this in the Gold League as well. RAR is known as a team with severe roster instability, and it's always a question mark of what are the 8 players that are going to be there at the end of the season. If you end up swapping your roster constantly, generally what ends up happening is you don't have that time to mesh as a team. You don't have that ability to kind of stick together, figure out how each other plays, and all of a sudden there's no coordination, there's no communication. The team's going to fall apart over time. So if they're able to stick together, I think this roster can do very, very well. It's just, will they be able to stick together? And that's always the big question mark for me.
Okay, Industrial, you got anything to add?
I'm a little bit curious about Facts and Logic again, just because it's like one of those teams where it's like new faces, like you don't really know these people, and I feel like those people always have like the most like I'm curious to see if people are gonna like take them for granted and be like, new team, whatever, like we'll just smash them, or if like these people are gonna show up. I'm curious to see what Facts and Logic does tonight. Honestly.
Absolutely. I think for any of these teams tonight where we talked about rookies and unknowns, it's important to recognize that at this level of amateur, it is very, very for a rookie to step in and be one of the best players in the league immediately, or a group of rookies step in and be a very, very good team. So I'm really excited about all the unknowns in this league. So much potential excitement and drama to unfold. And that drama starts in just about 15 minutes. So let's get into our matches tonight. First up, we got TD Serenity versus Facts and Logic. One of the oldest team, most veteran teams here versus one of the newest. What do you guys think has happened in that matchup?
I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest with you. These teams are both filled with question marks, especially now that the news coming through about Agent C6 not being eligible for play. I think I'm going to give it slightly to TD Serenity. I'm going to go with 2-1, mostly because I don't know how Facts and Logic are going to play. They might just come out of the gate swinging, and there's a decent shot some really weird stuff can happen. So I'll say 2-1 TD Serenity. We'll see how that sticks.
I'm not so sure either, if I'm being honest, because like I don't know what TD Serenity like what's going on with them tonight and that kind of stuff. I think I'm gonna agree with Brennan though and say TD 2-1, just because I don't know the potential Facts and Logic yet, like well enough. I don't know if I should give them that like expect well from them. I just don't know. I feel like TD it's a safe option to predict if I want to be right. So 'cause I know absolutely
I,
nothing about Facts and Logic, so.
I am leaning towards the safe veterans as well. I might even go towards saying 2-0 for TD Serenity just because I know TD as an org tends to put out very, very solid teams. But you've heard our logic. If you want to see the facts, you'll have to keep your eyes on the Match Results channel for later tonight.
Oh my god. That hurt.
We love to see it.
Good, it was supposed to. Moving on to Glacial Academy versus GSG side. Another rookies versus vets matchup. Which side do y'all take? That was not a pun, by the way.
Sorry, you said Glacial GSG, right?
Glacial Academy, GSG side. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say GSG side 2-0. I think they're just better. That's the best thing I can say about it. I think they're a really strong roster. They have a lot of veteran players. They've proven time and time again they're a strong team. So I have confidence in GSG. We're gonna say 2-0.
I'm gonna say GSG, but I'm gonna change it up. I'm not gonna say 2-0. I'm gonna say 2-1.
All right, and I think to finish it up, I will do another 2-0 for GSG side. I think just there's so much power on that roster. With TD, you're kind of rolling the dice on some veterans you think will be good. With this GSG side, I'm looking at a lot of veterans that we know have a very long history of being good. So, and third matchup of the night, the other Glacial team, Glacial Esports Pink versus RAR. Lot of newness here. What do we think?
So I know I was talking a lot of shit about RAR before. I'm going with RAR. I'm going to say 2-0. I think they just have the better roster right now. I think it'll just kind of come down to lanes just winning, and then all of a sudden, 3 winning lanes, you'll take over the game. I'm going to go with RAR 2-0.
RAR 2-0.
I'll say RAR 2-1 just because I just want to include some room for rolling the dice in there. You don't know what's going to happen, but I do when I look at RAR, I see players that have pretty high solo queue ratings, which isn't everything, but it's not nothing either. So that gives you enough of a base to build on. You can at least win those lanes. And now we got our big matchup of the night: GSG Iota versus Snack Bears Sun Guardians. Almost said that backwards. What are our thoughts on this? What do you think is going to be the X factor of this matchup? Let's go into a little more detail here.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at this matchup. I see 2 teams that on paper I think are both really, really strong. My eyes are going to be drawn towards the mid lane, I think. And it's a little weird, but I think Albedo is going to be kind of the X factor for the Snack Bear side tonight. And if they're able to pull it together against, I believe it's Phantom Hunter, it can look pretty devastating. I mean, Phantom's got some control mage picks, some assassin picks. There's like a lot of Akali. If you shut Akali down, it can be difficult for her to come back in. And I think Albedo is one of the players I would see.
This is only magical girls for GSG Iota.
Oh, yep, you're right. It's OMG. Yeah, so Albedo versus Rumble basically is the question. Yeah, I mean, I think Albedo can do well. It's gonna be, Rumble and a bunch of mages. So we'll see. I think that's definitely where my focus is going to be. I think Timic is probably more comfortable in the jungle. I think the bot lane is slightly favoring SNC, but anything can happen realistically.
Mm-hmm. Industrial, your thoughts?
I would say my eyes are always on top lane. I just feel like for me, like we have this new top laner too on the side of Iota that's going to join this like powerhouse team, and the question is are they going to mesh well? Like this is the night that we're going to see that, so I'm a little bit interested in how that goes. And also just in general, top lane is such like a solo island that I feel like it has such an impact later in the game of if someone just keeps rolling down top with Hullbreaker or something. So I am a little bit curious to see that. I do agree. I do think that both of them have very good rosters, and I am curious to see what happens tonight. I am also looking forward to see mid lane and jungle. Bot lane, I would also agree, is a little bit lean towards Sun Guardian side, but we can always be wrong in that kind of stuff too. Overall, like score of the game though, I'm gonna say it's gonna be 2-1 Iota.
Oh,
Two
did
one
I,
Iota as well.
did
You
I
go ahead and
predict?
get your short first. I don't think you did.
Oh dear lord. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say 2-1 Iota, but
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be closer than people expect.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go on for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm also saying 2-1 Iota. I think more likely 2-0 GSG than for Snack Bears pulled out, but we'll say 2-1 officially. I'm also drawn to the mid lane, but the last thing I want to mention for that mid lane is that we'll see. We could see a lot of off meta picks. You mentioned the Rumble as well, but another classic favorite of OMG's is the Kled mid, which is not one you see mid a lot, but he can cause a lot of havoc on that pick, especially if you're not used to playing against it. At this
Yep.
level, just being off cause a lot of problems, just like with Snack Bears Talon last season. So, with that, I think we are about ready to throw to intermission. And when you guys come back, our casters, Right Chains and Michael, will take it away with the last little preview and then hopping into draft. So, signing off, I'm Wingman here with Brennan and Industrial. Hope you guys have a great time tonight.
Take care.
What's going on, everybody? And I'd like to welcome each and everyone back to week number 1 of Zero Gravity Gaming in the IBS division. I'm Raj Hans, joined by Michael. Michael, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Glad to be back. It's been a while, but you know what? We got a good match for us here today.
Yes, absolutely. And that matchup is Snack Bears Sun Guardians taking on Goon Squad Gaming Iota. And, Iota, a lot of talk around this team that, they are the defending champs and they want to come back with a vengeance.
Exactly. I think we should see some strength from them. And then Snack Bears. Don't think I've heard the Sun Guardians before. Definitely know my Snack Bears, but we'll see how they perform in this split. And we're hopping into picks and bans already.
Yep, as Sun Guardian's going to take away that Twitch, and then Iota taking away some of that Vayne. So AD carries going down quickly in this first rotation ban phase, which means we're going to have to look toward this bottom lane between these two matchups. And it's going to be Hades and Wuju Warrior for Sun Guardians versus One Hand and Squad Fam for Iota.
Yeah, a bit surprised to see the Vayne ban coming out so soon. It's not one of Hades' most prevalent picks, at least on their OPGG. Maybe they're pulling on Scrims and Reckon, but you never know. And we haven't seen it too much in the meta, but I know with Bork, it definitely still is a powerhouse.
Yeah, definitely. And then Twitch, on the other hand, a very strong pick right now. S plus in the bottom lane has just a lot of damage with Bork, like you said, and I think it's just a strong champion. And also, like you kind of forget sometimes that the Twitch is invisible and can be anywhere on the map. So,
did you know he was hiding?
I heard that once, maybe twice, but thank you for reminding me.
And then, of course, in typical GSG fashion, pulling out Diana and Lux bans for Timic and Only Magical Girls, respectively. Makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense there. GSG banning out the Evelyn and the Amumu, trying to limit Cat's champion pool there. And Sun Guardians looking to first pick this AD carry here, and Caitlyn is the hover.
Caitlyn definitely most played for Hades by far. And so I'm not surprised to see it locked in, but obviously have not also seen much of it in the meta. But with a misfortune potentially across from it, you could have a spicy matchup down here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to mention that, we heard about it in this pre-show. The Kled mid for Only Magical Girls is still up and available. So we have to look out and see if that's coming through anytime soon. But for now, still waiting on this red 1 pick for Iota. And it's going to be the misfortune locked in.
I think Misfortune definitely has gone on the radar. I think she should be seeing a lot more play. Pretty strong overall, so glad to see it locked in. And then paired up with a Nautilus or some other engaged support. Let's see how this actually pans out. Definitely a lane that you need to be scared of.
Yeah, and I actually like playing the Misfortune with Ashe support. If you can play Ashe support, it's really, really good just because there's so much poke and harass in the lane. But on the other hand, you do have, with the Leona, you have that hard CC. You can channel Bullet Time for an eternity with all the CC that Leona has. So I'm definitely cool with this support picking as well.
Yeah, we don't have Rocks Tigers here, so maybe we're not going to see that Ashe support for them. That was who it was, right? Against SKT?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's back, though. Everyone's playing it now.
It is, and I hate it. It's god-awful. It's so annoying. But the Zyra being picked into the MF, a little surprising. MF usually makes quick works of those plants.
Yeah, and the plants do give MF a pretty easy double-up target there to get that, sort of crit with when it kills the first thing hit. So, I'm interested to see with both of these bot lanes picked early, like, do we think Iota is going to be able to fully punish this Zyra pick?
Yeah, that's definitely the question. And paired up with the Lilia, I think that might just be a steal away from GSG, because you definitely do not want to give the MF and Lilia to back it up. But it's definitely going to be a little difficult for Sun Guardians to make their move. They have the range, but then they simultaneously have the Lilia. So going to be curious to see how they play.
And I mean, interestingly enough here, with that Lilia sleep, it does allow for this bottom lane to follow up with CCs, that being Xayah Stranglethorns, that being Caitlyn Trap as well. But, for our R3 for Iota, we're going to get this Gangplank pick in here. And, this technically could be taken into both lanes, or both solo lanes.
Could for sure. I'm not sure if it's actually one of...
I feel like it'll be top. I feel like it'll be top.
I mean, it is Terrier Mun's most played by about 20 games, so Definitely should be going top.
Yeah, going top, and then you're gonna see top lane bans here just to cover any bad matchups that the Gangplank could have. And this is a pretty common red side draft strategy where if you have a prio pick that you want, you can pick it, and then you can just ban away the counters.
Yeah, for sure. And we see time lapsing on that second ban. Snack Bears do end up throwing up the Rumble ban, and makes sense against only Magic Girl is one of their most played champs. Just didn't find the champion in it. And I mean, we know drafting's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that second ban here, like I expected, going to be another top lane ban just to cover for that Gangplank. And we'll see what GSG opts to go for with this R4 here. I would imagine it's going to be the jungler and then leave counter pick for mid, but
I think that makes a lot of sense, but I mean, with Timic, also a very strong player, wouldn't be surprised to see a jungle counter pick, or a jungle last pick, but you do already see Lilia, so could definitely hop to take it earlier.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, I guess while we're just waiting for these bans to come through, you can kind of take a look at what Iota wants to do as a composition. A lot of big AoE so far with these first three. Leona ultimate, Misfortune ultimate, Gangplank barrels. Just kind of want a team fight and maybe just look to one-shot the entire team with these wombo or with these AoE ultimates.
Ooh, and now a little bit different if they actually opt to lock it in.
Yeah,
I want to
strange.
Bite my tongue for now. They do end up locking in the Nocturne. Not as much AoE as we think with the other ones, but hey, think about it this way. Nocturne Blindness is an AoE.
There you go. 4 AoEs. Pretty good. But yeah, so Nocturne's the pick for Timic here. And Nunu was banned out. I don't know. I mean, we know that Timic likes to play this aggressive early style. Obviously Nocturne is gonna have to wait until 6 to actually make things happen, but Kench is gonna be the lock-in for Sun Guardians, and that should
probably
be going top.
Sleepy.
That should be going top, yeah, for Sleepy. So we'll see what they opt to pick up here for mid. Oh wow, the Azir pick for Albedo.
Definitely a comp coming out from Sun Guardians. A lot of zone control with the Caitlyn, Zyra, and Azir. Makes it hard to push into if you are GSG Iota. So in this last pick, definitely want to be something to bridge that gap or just break through the front line or keep far from it. Atalia, quite strong, and with the Gangplank and Nocturne behind it, a lot of map movements and cross-map plays to be made.
Yeah, definitely a lot of globals for Iota's composition here. You have that Talia wall, you have the Nocturne ultimate, you have the Gangplank ultimate, and at any point in time, pretty much, you can have 3 members, participating in a play.
Exactly. Definitely something to be wary of if you are Sun Guardians, but I mean, you have a pretty good comp on your own. You have your way through these fights. You just need to play your distance, play your zone.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how this Azir actually pans out, because obviously, Azir is one of those champions that's known for having a pretty high skill cap, and being pretty difficult to use, and something that you don't often see in this elo.
Is there a term for, because I know there's skill cap. Skill floor is like the base level somebody could play it at. Would it be like a pretty low? What is the term for a champion that's hard to pull off, like, at all?
Just hard, I guess.
Fair enough, I guess. We're having a client draft here now.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's kind of just the main point that I'm looking for in this game is how will Albedo be able to perform on this Azir? And then in addition, Azir Lilia is a little bit of, I feel like this composition just has a lot of magic damage.
That very, very true.
So I mean, you have the Zyra, you have the Lilia, and you have the Azir, and if Caitlyn gets behind, there's nothing stopping Goon Squad.
Useless.
There's nothing stopping Goon Squad from just building MR and not taking any damage at all here.
And I mean, it's already hard enough for the Caitlyn to do damage, because if you walk close, you risk walking into range of the Leona. You're always at threat of a Nocturne, and Gangplank, Talia, and MF all keep you so far that you're even out of auto range. But now, looking at stream, what do you want to tell me about? Oh, maybe not. Okay,
never
no,
mind.
there we go. We're still here.
Yeah, I mean, so we are getting into the pick and ban right now in the client. We are gonna take a second to check out what Pro Comps actually has to say about these two compositions, and for those who don't know, Pro Comps is our sponsor for this season, and you can see that the blue side, which is Sun Guardians, does have this siege composition, right? They have this long range from the Caitlyn, from the Azir, from the Zyra, and they're going to just want to take down these towers together. And they also have Kench, who can eat someone if they overextend, and something like that.
Exactly, and I mean, as we can see in like the game styles, as we talked about, with the range of Sun Guardians and how they play their zones, they want to be able to siege, while Red Team, they have the tools to split and then to force an engage cross map with their globals.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of what we alluded to earlier, right? Is the fact that this split and is so powerful from Goon Squad because they can have 3 people at any play at a moment's notice.
Exactly.
And then, also we can take a look at the game style and scaling of these teams, and you can see kind of the breakdown of each of these compositions, right? Where in addition to having that split potential, you also have a lot of pick potential from Goon Squad with, again, the 3 ultimates.
Yeah, with the 3 ultimates, but then when you do see for blue also, for blue side, they do have that power trough in the mid game. These champions with their 2 items does not hit as hard as a Gangplank, Nocturne, Talia, and MF might. So definitely need to try to push your advantage in the early game, and then try to weather that mid game to get towards your late game. But now we're seeing what should amount to the last pick being locked in, and that concludes our client draft portion.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, just before we go into this break, is there anything else that you're seeing in these compositions that maybe we haven't talked about yet?
I think I haven't talked about early game priority, but I think definitely we need to be wary of the bot lane. I think Gangplank, Tahm Kench, snooze matchup, Azir, Talia, might see some action there, but especially once Talia and Nocturne hit 6, I expect lots of people thrown towards this bottom lane. Caitlyn, Zyra, very squishy, not much mobility, should be able to be taken down. And so Sun Guardians, they need to play with that in mind and actually have a plan in place to protect their bot lane.
Yeah, well, there you go. You heard it first, what Sun Guardians and Goon Squad want to do in this game. And, before we throw it to a break, you got a little taste of it earlier, but I do want to give a big shout out to Pro Comps, which is our sponsor for the season at Zero Gravity Gaming. Pro Comps is a first of its kind drafting tool aimed for competitive and solo queue play. Pro Comps allows the users live feedback and analysis on drafting, give them recommendations on picks, notes on matchups, and analysis on the enemy team's win cons. These features allow the user to gain an edge on their opponent and improve their drafting skills. We got the code ZGG for 50% off of the first 3 months of Pro Comps. So go get yourself some Pro Comps, get better at drafting, gain some LP, and we're going to take a short break before we get onto the rift for game number 1 between Snack Bear Sun Guardians and Goon Squad Gaming Iota.
And be sure to get your predictions in.
True. And we are on to the rift for game number 1 between Snackbear Sun Guardians and Goon Squad Gaming Iota. A little bit of level 1 shenanigans here as Albedo's going to get chunked out a little bit. But on the blue side, we got Snackbear Sun Guardians, Sleepy on the Tom Kench in the top lane, Cat on the Lilia in the jungle, Albedo on the Zera in the mid lane, and Hades and Wuju Warrior rounding out the bottom side with the Kaylin and the Zyra.
Before I talk about GSG Iota, I want to say I haven't seen the Star Guardian Talia skin in game before. Hate the Q sound, so excited to look forward to that for this game. But for GSG Iota, we have Terriermon on the Gangplank, the top lane, Timic on Nocturne in the jungle, only Magical Girls on Talia in the mid lane, and One Hand and Squad Fam rounding out the bot lane with Misfortune and Leona. That was weird. Leona, not Leona.
Leona. For the time being, both of these junglers going to be starting on their red sides, and Cat's going to get a little bit of a better leash there just because there's 2 members versus the one of Terriermon. But you know, these junglers are going to be on alternating sides once level 3 hits. And, you know, I'm interested to see if anything is going to happen with that.
Definitely will be interesting to see. As a person who plays top lane occasionally, I feel so bad for Terriermon already.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough time. Ken should just be able to run over Gangplank in the lane early, and you're kind of seeing that already, right? Sleepy just being able to do so much damage with the, you know, the tongue lashes and such. But Wuju Warrior is going to land that Strangle Thorns, but a lot of damage traded back. Ignite taking down. Wuju has to flash away for now. No casualties as level 2s come in for Snack Bears, and now Squad Fam might look for it. Okay, Zenith Blade a little wide. But another Strangle Thorns as Wuju Warrior is walking back in. Hades taken to about half. And this early pressure from the Goon Squad bottom lane is paying off as they do have a slight HP advantage now.
Yeah, and this is not how you want to play in the lane if you're Caitlyn Zyra. You need to get priority in this lane. And losing so much HP like that and flash on the Zyra, really not good for you. But
and jungle is clearing away. Albedo gonna get shoved back in.
Only Magical Girls has Ignite.
Yeah, maybe could have looked for an angle there, but a lot of minions were blocking those rocks, and it would have been hard, I think, for the kill, even with Ignite.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was that with Timic clearing down, actually, this puts the Snack Bears bottom lane in a pretty tough situation. Same thing with Terriermon as Cat lands the bowling ball in. Terrier has the flash still and the oranges. And yeah, it looks like nothing's ever actually going to come from this play, but you know, either way, it could have been bad.
Timic is here, like you said. No wards to let Hades and Wuju Warrior know.
Oh, no! Flash in as Wuju Warrior. No flash, remember, is going to get feared. The heal comes through as One Hand trying to deal the damage back, but Wuju lives. No! The Make It Rain makes it rain down, and One Hand's going to find first blood there. Now battling back in the mid lane as only Magical Girl's Q goes a bit wide. But overall, first blood in favor of Goon Squad.
And we talked about aggression towards his bot lane, and team isn't even 6 yet. That was just gank right off the bat for Timic. Full clear right into bot.
Yeah, and I mean, with Wuju Warrior not having flash, a pretty easy target for that play, and definitely a good job there. Oh, only Magical Girls could be in trouble. Has to flash away, as one more auto would have been enough from Albedo.
Only Magical Girl playing with fire there.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a scary situation. If Albedo continued forward with a flash and an auto, that probably would have been enough to take down the mid laner for Goon Squad Gaming Iota. But, you know, just looking at it right now, gold is in favor of Goon Squad by about 700. And, you know, 400 of that is due to that first blood. But there's also that CS lead, slight CS lead in the bottom lane for One Hand.
For sure. And Cat with the real quick sneaky steal of those Raptors away from Timic. Definitely hurting. Takes Timic just a bit further from the level 6.
And while we do have a little bit of time, I want to ask what your opinions are on these dragon changes that just came through, because I was a big fan of stacking these early dragons, you know, getting wave pushed in, sneaking the dragons away, but you can't really do that as much anymore.
No, it's definitely a bit harder, but I think ultimately it is a bit better just to have the stronger dragon. It feels a lot better. Maybe it doesn't feel as a bot laner who is always trying to like push in and get that prio, so then your jungler will eventually ignore you and not come get the first dragon.
Yeah,
But
that's not fun.
I like it. I think it.
Oh.
No, eat yet.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, I agree. I think overall it's probably better for the game. But Timic down bot again. Oh, Zenith Blade connects, and because Hades doesn't press E fast enough, and now we're making it rain. Big slows coming through as a flash away for Hades. Cat is here as well, but with your bottom lane health bars in shambles, there's really no counterplay to be made.
Flash for either member of the Snack Bear bot lane now. Timic's inching closer and closer to 6.
They can just go drag here.
Yeah.
Now is the time where you can go drag. I promise.
Timic will do it, even if his team won't.
Maybe. Yeah, there you go. And then you see the rest of the Goon Squad bottom lane just pushing in that wave, making sure that the priority is in their favor. Walking over now. And pretty solid play early from this bottom lane of Iota.
Yeah, already a lot of aggression being put down there. And like you were talking about, if this Caitlyn falls behind, and at this point I ain't saying much further than she already has, or not much further, then it's gonna just be MR stacking for the rest of GSG.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just envisioning already, like a mob coming through for Timic and Terrier. There's no way that Snagbers is gonna be able to cut through these multiple MRs. I mean, multiple mods from Goon Squad.
And of course, with our item suggestions here, it's always a little bit perspective. Never can be quite sure it's gonna come out from these players, but
hey, it would be pretty nuts.
It would. But now, Terrier still does have to be a little wary. The Lilia up there, but Lilia opting not to go further.
Terriermon going, Sleepy going in though, gonna get stunned up as Terrier just continuing to fire back, and
Terrier has done that with ult.
Yeah, I think so. The farther this game, the farther this game goes, the better it gets, obviously, for Terriermon in this lane. Just because with Gangplank, you want to get these items. You're strong early in the fact that you have a lot of resources at your disposal, but the mana is an issue. Now Terrier has that Sheen completed, has a corrupting potion as well, so
it's not as much of an issue. Sheen.
Oh, by the way, right, huh?
Been like that for a little while,
dude. I forgot about that change.
But yeah, I was saying with Sleepy not having the flash and a lot more danger being low here, but now
Timic is 6. Cat could have been in trouble. Flashing forward, gonna get tethered up. Cat has to flash away to safety, but look at Squad Fam in the area with the big roam in the CC is enough to take down Cat. And now with 3 members in this topside 4, including Terrier, this is gonna be an early Rift Herald for Goon Squad Gaming.
I mean, this is what you need to push the tempo forward, and already Cat not respecting the global ult. I mean, given the people who are already on top of them, but the Talia ult and Nocturne ult were both used to success right there.
Absolutely, and now no flash on the Lilia is pretty tough to play, but wait a minute, one hand gonna get caught with the Stranglethorns. Didn't use the Stranglethorn's ult. What's the E called?
Oh,
it's Albedo?
Grasping Roots.
Oh, Grasping Root. Okay. Oh well. Terriermon though, dodging out from that tongue lash. Pretty nice. I think it would have been pretty rough if he did get hit by that, because Devour was coming and Cat was coming as well with the sleep. So that definitely would have been pretty bad. But now Winter Warrior could be in trouble. One hit did not get over there as the flash comes through. Solar Fill is going to find the connect.
Doesn't matter.
As one hand now flashing in, not going to be able to find the kill, but Squad will. As Hades now having to run for the hills, burning that heal. Would have been nice to help Wuju with that one, but it's okay. We'll keep the Snack Bears 80 carry alive for now. That could be nice here. That is probably coming.
Timic does not have the ult for another 16 seconds, so Zyra will be back by then.
Yeah, and Terriermon getting aggressed on by Sleepy. The barrel doesn't find the damage.
The jukes?
And low
Nope.
mana.
Gets
Oh,
tagged.
no jukes. No jukes. Timic now in this bottom lane, and I think we're just going to pop Herald.
Not a bad idea.
Get these early plates on to Misfortune. Already has the Manamune stacking up. So that's going to feel nice. And with the Comet, you know, the majority of what we're seeing now is that this Misfortune going the lethality build, or we're also seeing Leandries. Have you seen that? That build is crazy.
Leandris does so much damage.
Yeah, it does so much damage, but already a 30 CS lead in favor of One Hand in the bottom lane. And, you know, the team overall is 3.7k in favor of Goon Squad.
Yeah, and they should just be able to claim this next dragon on spawn. I think it's a little hard for Snack Bears to contest it all. I think their best option for them is when Lilia gets flash and is able to purchase a stopwatch. I think that's their next big fight angle. But this bot lane needs to be wary.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Timic is in the area, has the paranoia available, and it's going to be used onto Wuju as the cannon barrage comes down as well. And Timic's going to find the kill. Hades. Uh-oh. Yeah, Hades is just dead here. We're going to give the One Hand the kill. Very well executed by Goon Squad Gaming there. And, you know, just the power of the Gangplank ultimate again. Yeah, it should be the tower. With the Herald. Oh, Cat. Cat's all right.
Did you listen to that cue right there, Vitalia?
It's a weird
It's
noise.
grating.
It's a weird noise, but Herald spawned in this bottom lane is going to be able to finish off the first tower of the game for Goon Squad. Is now Albedo looking for it. Oh, dashes over the rocks from Lilia, so it's going to get stunned up there. Does have the ultimate available. We'll see if any shuffles are in play here. But for the time being,
Not quite.
nothing yet, as the dragon will be started up by Timic and One Hand. They got priority in both lanes, so this should be a pretty easy take.
Yeah, right. Talking about the gold advantage for these teams. Large gold advantage in favor of GSG. And then talking about individual gold advantage. Over 2,000 gold for the Misfortune over the Caitlyn.
Yeah, I mean, One Hand is so strong right here. But wait a minute, Terriermon, rather. Gonna get devoured up under the tower using the oranges, but the dive comes through and Ignite is now ticking. We'll see if Sleepy can secure this kill, but the minions are here, gonna block out the tongue for now. Nice
Terry
damage traded back as Terry doesn't flash. Q! Absolutely solo kill for Terriermon in the top lane, but now, oh my, Cat is using up those 9 lives quickly, as that is another kill going over to Goon Squad.
Timic here, help only Magical Girl shove in the wave. Albedo, they need to be a little careful.
Yes, Squad fam moving in. Oh, the shuffle comes through. Connects on only Magical Girls, but only going to take 1 tower. Hex Flash from Squad fam. It's going to find the Zenith Blade Ignite. And boom, Squad fam picking up their second kill of the game. One hand. Oh, finds the double up. It's huge. As Hades has to flash away to safety. One hand does not have the flash available. Stranglethorns are a bit wide, but the grasping root does connect. Cannon barrage to try and take down Wushu Warrior. Hades doing damage over the top, over the backside. Oh, the bullet time beats out the ace in the hole, but the minions end up finishing off One Hand. So a double kill comes through, but will get traded back over.
You know, out of all the ways that play could have gone,
that was exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting there, but you know.
We do see though with this back that One Hand going for Forbidden Chapter build. Lost Chapter?
Yeah, Lost Chapter. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be so brutal because with how far ahead One Hand already is, building the Leandries there is gonna give that extra poke and burn damage. It's gonna be so hard for them to play it all. But oh, in the top lane, knockup comes through as Terriermon is getting aggressed on. Paranoia comes in, makes it a 2v2. We'll see what comes out of it. Is no sleep, and it looks like it should be all Goon Squad as Timic is now on a killing spree. One Hand going on to Hades here. Look at the damage.
The juke?
Oh, nice juke out of the oh my gosh, Wuju. Oh
no, the shove.
Oh, he shoved him away.
How
unlucky.
Tragic.
Unlucky. Second Herald is spawned though, and for those of you who haven't been keeping up, Second Herald now worth 200 gold and has like 11,000 HP or something like that when you spawn it in. So a little bit nuts. Yeah, there you go. 11,000 HP.
One chunky Rift Herald.
And additionally, the dragons that spawn after the Rift transforms. So after the second dragon, all of the dragons now have like 11,000 HP as well. So neutral objectives have gotten pretty chunky.
This should help them break mid-turret, even though they don't really need it, especially with one hand here. Albedo needs to be careful.
Why? Oh, dude. Only Magical Girls keep shoving away. And I would think that if you shove forward, it's just a free kill. Oh, Solar Flare. Wow. Fancy feed from Albedo. The flash forward from OMG. Okay, not going to connect, but the bullet time will. As now Sleepy is in the area. Ace in the hole on 2-1, but is going to be blocked out. His one hand's very low. Has to run away, but the Ignite is ticking down. Terriermon now in the front line. Going to get stunned up. Hades over the wall.
Get out of there.
Is it enough? Oh, that bowling ball almost hitting only Magical. But the Gift Force.
No!
Not enough damage. And 2 members of Goon Squad Gaming limp away with their lives, but just barely.
You have to, that's one of those plays where if you are Snack Bears, you're thinking, this is our chance. We can pick up some kills. We can get some of the bounties. And then they limp away with no health just because they're that much richer than you. It hurts to see.
I mean,
And
that
now-
really is a wallet diff.
Yeah, and now with
Speaking
the
of,
dragon coming in 40 seconds, this should just be all GSG.
yeah, I mean, wallet diff, and, you know, just to highlight the actual wallet diff right now, it's a 10,000 gold lead in favor of Goon Squad at 17 minutes. I mean, this is just domination for them in game 1. And if you're a Goon Squad fan, if you're a GSG believer, especially in Iota, you know, this is a really, really good sign. This is what you love to see.
Well, yeah, I wanna hear in chat if you guys are paying attention to me. You guys fans of GSG, or have you picked a team and found your home there?
Yeah, true. Who you guys got right now? Because week 1, you know, we're still kind of feeling everything out. But Iota's looking pretty solid, so let us know who you guys got. It's going to be Cloud Soul here, so this third dragon will go over to Goon Squad, and they should be able to pick up the soul without much difficulty. I mean, look at how ahead they are.
Now the next thing they got on the plate, they still have the Rift Herald about half the timer left for Timic, so they can definitely look for it. Look for the drop somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, the good part about the... Oh, Wuju could be in trouble. Oh, Zenith Blade is a little bit
much
short.
damage.
But yeah, I mean, one hand just does so much damage, has the Leandries and now the completed Mura mana. So, I mean, just what a spike from this Misfortune right now is pretty crazy. But, you know, I do want to mention that this second Herald, you know, was kind of changed so that you can close out games like this, right? Because of the increased health, Shelly can get more charges in. If you're ahead, you can close out games. You know, if you're this far ahead. So I'm interested to see what Goon Squad Gaming can do with that Herald and, you know, see if they can use it how it's intended. Yeah, Cat looks to be pretty in trouble here. I was going to get slowed, make it rain.
No
Does not have
flash,
the
they're
flash
dead.
available. Going to meet 2. And, yeah, we'll go down. Wuju. Oh, no, stunned. Under the tower. Squad Fam is just playing like a beast this game, roaming all over the place, but may get taken out of the tower. No, Solar Flare finds Sleepy. Ignite's going to be ticking as well here, and this is a Kench who is so tanky right now. Does have that Frostfire completed. Cannon Barrage is going to be used just to kind of get this guy out of this tower, and now Herald going to be popped in this top lane. Paranoia going in straight onto Hades. Hades has to flash away to safety. Kench trying to live, but Sleepy goes to sleep. Will fall as Timic goes unstoppable. And with this Herald charging onto this inhibitor tower topside, you have to imagine that Goon Squad wants to break open this base right now. Wave coming in mid as that tier 2 is going to fall as well. And now the rest of the squad links up and are going to be pushing 4-man in this mid lane.
Pushing 4-man, and I mean, this is a rough start coming out from the Snack Bears, but a while ago they definitely stopped thinking about this game, just started thinking about the next. That's all you need to do at this point. You need to think, is it a draft thing? Is it a mental thing? What could we have done better?
Yeah, and I mean, that does bring up the question: what do you think they can do better?
I think that definitely we need to see some more reserve play coming out from the bot lane. I think that One Hand and Squad Fam being able to get the isolated 2v2 advantage definitely set them behind. And I think that if GSG is going to commit those resources in both the Celia and the Nocturne, that's fine. But I think losing at 2v2 without them even having to commit those so they can use it elsewhere definitely hurts a lot. So I want to see Hades and Wuju Warriors step it up in this next game. Go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it is gonna just be about that bottom lane, right? Because you see how much of a lead that Goon Squad was able to get, for or off of this bottom lane in general, right? And they have 1 minute and 30 seconds till their Cloud Soul. They're up right now 13,000 gold, right? So only 13, yeah. It's not that much, but nonetheless,
Look at how many
feeling
plants there
strong.
are.
That's a lot of plants.
Were.
Yeah, wow. They're gone now. But
Oh, it's Harrier.
Harrier. Gonna get Abyssal Dive. Sleepy's not gonna find the knock up here, but we'll find this eat. Okay, there you go.
So funny.
There you go. Just eating the orange and flashing away. Terrier is gonna get out with no issues at all, but you send resources bot lane. The rest of the team is going to take Baron. Goon Squad is gonna be wearing purple.
Goon Squad wearing purple, and this should spell the end of the game for Snack Bears. They should be able to just choose a lane, push down it, and even if Terriermon's not there, they have the teleport, they have the cannon barrage, they can make their impact from across the map. They could, to play it safe, go set up around this dragon that's up in about 35 seconds, and that's probably what they will do. Just claim the quick soul, and then you still have plenty of time left on the Baron to end the game.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen here with that soul spawning in about 25. Snackber is trying to get any control in this bottom side river that they can. Going to take away the crab, but, I don't think it's actually going to mean anything. Oh, teleport coming in from Sleepy. They know they have to play this. Double TP. It's not really a flank, though, because no one's in the river yet for Goon Squad, but Wuju finding some poke here. Paranoia is going to scare them away as they go in. Oh, only Magical with the huge flank as Timix in the backline. Bullet time over the top is doing so much damage as Magical goes on a killing spree. Sleepy, the last member standing in the middle of 4, will fall. And that's a 5-0 in favor of Goon Squad. And they're just going to be running it down mid.
Going to be running it down mid indeed. And this should just about be the end of the game. And it was a great showing for GSG across the map. Good plays, good individual plays, and then good movements with Timic and Only Magical Girls making use of those globals and making plays happen. Actually,
yeah,
maybe I've seen like one Talia wall.
Yeah, I think the only Talia wall I saw was catching Cat.
So maybe not Only Magical Girls. Terriermon has been turning them.
Oh, they're not ending.
It is a little early in the game. Respawns are still fairly quick. They don't have forever.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna just take their talents back to this bottom side river, take the dragon, claim their soul, and then if they want to be clinical, then they'll go down, they'll push bot. But quite frankly, I don't think they need to.
Cat, don't do it. Don't do it, Cat. It's not worth it. Cat, no.
Uh-oh, Cat. Oh man.
No.
Oh man. Only 4 lives left. Only 4 lives left.
Hey.
Wuju Warrior. Oh, Solar Flare connects. Nice flash. Gets out of the Zenith Blade and the Seismic Shove. But yeah,
I was just thinking the same thing. LeBron taking his talents to South Beach.
Who's LeBron in this situation? Who is it?
Gotta be Timic.
But Timic was on Good Squad last year.
Yeah, but he's picking up his rings. He already took his talents to South Beach. This is him at South Beach.
Oh, he's in South Beach right now.
Yeah, he's getting his rings.
Okay, I see. You're already predicting the Goon Squad gaming Iota victory here.
Well,
is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, as an analyst, they should win this game.
Well, I mean the season.
Quite a dominant showing game 1. Maybe a little too early to decide, but we already saw this team last year, so maybe not.
Oh, here we go. As Timmy going in, Wuju under the tower in the middle of 4 is gonna fall as Timiko's legendary Hades has to flash away. Oh, only magical taken really low. Ace in the hole, blocked out. That's good. Yeah.
I'm just surprised they haven't ended this yet. They have super minions pushing in both top and mid. Sleep onto.
Oh, one hand goes to sleep here, but does not get
It
touched at
doesn't
all.
matter.
Hidden barrage. Oh, wait a minute. Look at Albedo though. With the
Albedo.
shuffle is gonna find the shutdown there, flashing away. Timik on the chase though, as you know, Albedo will fall. It's only the bottom lane left standing.
Oh, only magical grows.
For Snack Bears.
Using their ultimate
Guys,
for
run down
fun.
mid. Run down mid.
That's why
20
only
seconds.
magical grows use their ult. They ulted down mid.
Okay, here we go. One tower is gone on the Nexus. Still have a super minion there. Seismic shoves a bit wide, but look at these rocks, man. Wuju Warrior is getting one-shotted by these Talia Qs. Bottom lane inhibitor is going to fall as well. And here we go. Now we're on to the Nexus towers. 10 seconds left on Albedo. Sleepy going in, trying to delay this, but the Stranglethorns are going to come out. Decent damage from Terriermon there.
They can do
Wuju, but they're backing up.
God fam is low. Timik doesn't have mana.
Snack Bears holds him off.
Probably. It should just take another reset. You guys don't need Baron. Don't wait for it. Just recall. Get your health back. That's all you need. Squad fam. Recall.
He's clearing vision.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. There we go. Finally, 3 recalls coming out. Only Magic Girls in one hand on the prowl, though. Pushing out this bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to recall, I think. They're pretty healthy.
No,
they
yeah,
don't
they're
have that much
healthy.
gold, so.
They're fine, but with the rest of the team, just get into a lane, get to end the game. You can do it. It is kind of 2 to 26. You almost have a 20k gold lead. Do not wait for the second Baron.
Yeah, and you know, I coming into this season, I was interested to see the macro play from these teams because I know last season we actually felt, you know, and we saw a lot of the times that teams are waiting 10, 15 minutes. Okay, Squad Fam going in with the flash. Cat is going to fall 2 more. As Timik flying in, bullet time over the top is not going to be enough to take down Hades, but Hades will fall to Timik, who is legendary. Sleep is going to fall for a double kill. Oh my gosh, Wuju Warrior gets popped, and now it's
Albedo can do it. They
versus
can do it.
the world. Where's the shuffle? Shuffle into the wall, one hand, not even going to be taken, under half HP. And there it is. Goon Squad Gaming takes game 1.
Yeah, in commanding fashion, but all too slow. Maybe. I mean, they were 20k up and we're still taking a long time to end. Maybe they're playing safe because it's the beginning of the season, but definitely don't want to see that trend continue.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did want to mention, you know, I was trying to make the point of last year we saw a lot of teams wait too long to end games. You know, 10, 15 minutes past when they could end games. And this season I'm looking to see if there is, you know, any sort of adaptation or evolution with the macro from these teams. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's only one game, not the biggest deal, but we're going to take a short break before we come back for game number 2 and see if Iota can close it out in 2-0 fashion or if Snack Bears will force a game 3. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss it. And we are back for the pick and ban of game 2. They're flying through these bans already as Twitch Vayne taken off the table. Same first bans, but Gangplank taken away by Snack Bears in this game. And Amumu, again, same thing from Iota in game number 1.
Surprised to see that be the case. They did pick the Nocturne in the second phase, so it kind of makes sense. But that you're not banning in the first phase. But I don't think the Gangplank was inherently the problem, especially when you chose you already had your counter pick to it. Just choose a better counter pick. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, like you just pick something that scales equally into it. You know what I mean? Like, or you can play like Gwen, you can play like Kale, you can play, you know, anything like that. I think is a fine answer. Even like Camille, I think is fine.
Yeah, I think it's just a little rough, especially when going into it, you think it's a counter pick, and then you realize, oh shoot, he can just eat his oranges in my stomach and pop out. So you lose all kill threat, or most all.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there. Ooh, but look at this. Sun Guardian's taking away the Sun Guardian herself. I'm gonna have the Leona for their blue 1.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Oh
Yeah, dude. I like this. I played a Taric game. I played my first Taric game ever, like 2 days ago or whatever it was. That champ is broken, dude.
Yeah.
The champ is crazy. It does so much damage.
So much damage and has so much utility.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, teams are on the same sides for game
MXL
number 2. That's what they chose.
MXL trying to check you or what?
That's what they chose, all right? So I'm just
Coming at you?
listen, dude.
Thinking you're
Listen,
saying the wrong thing.
I don't
The
pick.
disrespect.
I don't pick, all right? I don't pick.
But were you gonna see the Nyla paired up with the Taric? I heard that's kind of insane.
Dude, it is. I played against that too. It's unplayable. It's actually unplayable. Hey, maybe with one hand switching over, maybe he's got the Neela.
Got the juice.
Does he have the juice? We'll see. As Trundle locked in here. And I think Trundle's just an insane pick right now too.
Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't like seeing Trundle. I don't like playing against Trundle. The only Trundle I like seeing... Man, I you know what? I take it back. I don't want to see that. Trundle's fine. Give me one foreign champ. Literally.
Whoa.
Cat
Okay.
Going for the cat.
Cat with the cat.
Different cat than they're used to. They usually go for the Yumi. But skills should transfer, right?
I've heard that the skills do transfer. Akali is gonna be the pick for the Sun Guardians as well here, and I think Gallia is a pretty good pick into Akali. I mean, you do kind of neutralize. You're able to neutralize the Akali with the magic resist, you know, with the taunt, with the just increased tankiness of Galio. But I kind of like the fact of punishing the Akali for the weak early game. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I think this slows down what Iota can do a lot. I mean, just looking at their first 3 picks, beef. You don't have anything that can do damage yet. You're going to be picking that up in the second phase, but definitely would have preferred to see something that can do damage and something that can just snowball, because you already know you're doing well. You should just be able to get the win. But then, I mean, I guess when you see the Nidalee and Akali, all you're thinking to yourself is, we can just make it so they can't do any damage. Those are assassins.
Yeah, and it's all magic damage again. They didn't seem to learn from game 1, you know. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Misfortune going into the second stages of bans here. Caitlyn, Misfortune taken off the table. Makes sense. Both 80 carries from last game. I think one makes more sense than the other, but
yeah, I think. But
Caitlyn's just annoying. Caitlyn's just annoying.
Caitlyn is just annoying, but I don't think they would pick the MF with a Taric.
I don't think so either. But I mean, I think it's just the idea of the champ is getting in the way.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the Jinx pick. I think that champ is really good. Or the Jinx ban rather. I think that champ is really good. But Alawi as well banned away, and that leads me to believe that Sun Guardians think this Trundle's going into the jungle.
I think that's a certainty almost.
If you don't have, and if you don't have Neela, you know, next best champion is the Samira if you want to play super aggressive like this. And you know, I worry for whatever AD carry that Sun Guardians picks, and that's gonna be Kaisa. It looks like.
I do think Samir is a little rough into Leona.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely some counterplay potential with Leona. You know, you have a pretty easy to hit stun, but in the same way, if Samira gets past Leona somehow, this Kaisa is gonna be in trouble.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Okay, so Akali top, huh?
Could be Yon top. But
You don't think they're gonna put Yon into Galio?
I don't know much of anything.
Certainly, they put Yon into Galio because why would you play an AP champion into Galio?
I guess so. Man, are they really gonna put all their eggs into the Samira basket and just get no damage outside of it?
I think Shyvana's broken.
Do you think it's a pick they need though? I would have liked another
No.
carry.
It's not the pick they need, but the champ is broken still.
Sure, whatever.
I mean, like, let's think. Maybe the Yasuo.
I don't even know. I mean, even just something that did a little bit more damage instead of just being a straight she's
gonna
probably
be-
go like
gonna be
Iceborne.
Yeah, it's gonna be Frostfire demonic for
Demonic.
sure.
Yeah, I would have the other team is squishy. Bar
Yeah.
Leona.
Yeah,
I think you definitely could have taken advantage of that.
Yeah. Does Terry and Ron have any like carries besides Gangplank?
Keep the OPGG Terriermon. Could have chosen like a Mordekaiser. I guess into Yona that's not great. Set even I think would have been a bit better.
Yeah, maybe Set. So would have been cool.
Not all too much. All too many carries top. But
This is an interesting one then.
yeah, we'll call it that.
You know, my question.
Should be Shyvana top.
Yeah, I mean, it should be Shyvana top, but how unplayable is Trundle how unplayable for the other champs is Trundle into either of those? Isn't it just unplayable? Like Akali is gonna get destroyed by Trundle.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yon is gonna get destroyed by Trundle.
Yeah, but man, if you're playing jungle, I feel like Timic is probably gonna take it. That's my gut instinct.
I mean, I think so too. But it would be Thanos.
Thanos come. But
Yeah,
hey
yeah.
everybody, you got 2 minutes. Get your predictions in. Who will win game 2? You have our drafts. Let's see where everything gets placed. It is Shyvana top though, and Trundle jungle. So,
And you know what we should do? I think we should check out what Pro Comps has to say about these two compositions. And if we're seeing here for Goon Squad, we talked about it a little bit with this, all of these tanks and then the Samira. We're putting all the eggs into the Samira basket, and because of that, you can see that they're gonna want to protect and counter engage into Snack Bears here. You want to keep that Samira alive, and she basically has 4 beefcakes in front of her, right? So, if Samira dies, this composition doesn't really have consistent damage, and I think that's the biggest part, is to protect the Samira and make sure that she stays alive and can pop off.
exactly. And I mean, but if at the same time, if you look at Sun Guardians comp, the team fights are pretty messy and require a decent bit of coordination to actually pull off. With the Kali, Yon, and Kaisa and Nidalee all wanting to jump in, you have to actually get your damage down and be able to get onto the Samira, because Samira has the Galio, has the Terror Cults to save them. And if you blow your cooldowns at the beginning of the fight onto those big protective abilities, then you're out of juice and you won't be able to actually take out the Samira. And then, what do you have? Not much.
Yeah, not much at all here. And, I guess just one last point before we throw it to break here is how these teams are going to scale respectively. And I mean, this this mid game, I think, is going to be pretty good here for Goon Squad. If they're able to get these items in, if the Samira is able to come online, it's going to be a slaughter for them. And they're going to be able to take over, I think, in the mid game. But, looking at Snack Bears, you have the Akali, you have the Kaisa, who are pretty good to are pretty weak in the early game, but once you get those items in as well, you know, you're gonna scale very, very well as well. So I like that. You got anything else, Mike?
No, I think that's it. I'm excited to see how this game goes. Hope that Snackers can actually bounce back.
Yeah, we will see if Snackbirds can force a game 3 or if Goon Squad Gaming Iota is going to take it into. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be on to the Rift shortly for game number 2. And we are back for game number 2 between Snack Bear, Sun Guardians, and Goon Squad Gaming, Iota. Same sides this game, but for Snack Bears, we got Sleepy in the top lane on the Akali, Cat on Nidalee in the jungle, Albedo on the Yone in the mid lane, and Hades and Wuju Warrior rounding it out in the bottom lane with the Kaisa and the Leona.
And because I can't just get right into my explanation, just want to point out Kaisa has Ignite and they have no heal down there. But for the side of GSG, we have Terriermon on Shyvana, Timic on Trundle, Only Magical Rose on Galio, and One Hand and Squad Fam rounding out the bot lane with Samira and Taric.
Yeah, and I think that Ignite Exhaust is pretty interesting in the bottom lane now. Just not taking heal, I think is a little bit scary though in this lane against Samira. I think just because the fact that Samira can do a lot of burst damage very quickly, and if that Ignite is a little bit late, that could mean the entire game. So
yeah, for sure. I think it'll be. Oh, and I mean, yeah. So we do have the Galio going up against the Yone. Makes sense.
One thing I've noticed is that Cat has smited first camp in both games.
That's a little interesting.
I feel like something you don't see that much anymore, smiting first camp.
No, I feel like because you're getting at least you can afford to on the other camps, and you don't really need to heal as much. But maybe old habits die hard or something.
Yeah, I mean it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Unless you're like really, micromanaging.
Yeah, how are you gonna get your 307 mid full clear?
Level 2's coming in for both of these bottom lanes, and for now, a bit less action than what we saw initially in game number 1 here. Wuju gonna get stunned up. Hades dealing a lot of damage back to One Hand though, and now One Hand, has to play this lane from behind the 8 ball.
Is that a thing?
Stun comes through. Here we go. Ignite's taking down Hades.
What, Hades?
Hades is just going forward, man. One Hand still has the heal available as now Squad Fam. Wuju Warrior hits the Zenith Blade Exhaust, taking down Flash forward, and First Blood is going to go over to Hades, but a double stun for Squad Fam is not enough damage to take down Wuju, who lives at 1 HP.
Oh my gosh, but Timic behind Albedo.
Timic in the mid Albedo has Q3, so yeah, shouldn't be an issue there. Shouldn't be an issue there, but look at this top lane scrapping out as well as Sleepy and Terriermon are going at it. And an early kill for this Sun Guardians bot lane is exactly what they need to propel them through this game.
Hades able to keep those plasma stacks up, and then Wuju Warrior getting CC got the 5th one.
Oh, Timic in this top lane. Oh, we're watching mid though, as Albedo's chunked pretty low. Now back into the top lane. Sleepy does not have this flash available, so you have to keep that in mind. Slow comes through with the chomp, doing the damage as Terriermon's going to flash forward as well and secure the kill onto Sleepy. There is Only Magical, a menace in this mid lane right now, trying to crash this wave in as we see Cat walking up from this bottom side river. Oh, another Zenith Blade. Wuju Warrior going in. 1v2 for the time being, but now Hades has joined the party as Wuju Warrior taking pretty low. A nice stun comes through there, and it's going to find the last hit as now Cat is in the area. Squad Fam, no mana on this Nidalee. On the Taric. And so far, it's just a 1-for-0 in favor of Goon Squad.
Man, Taric's so gross.
Yeah, Taric is crazy, dude.
Does Taric build nice? Does Taric build Fimbulwinter? Or is it not worth the mana?
I'm pretty sure you do. It's crazy because you can spam the Q so easily that it stacks so quickly.
Yeah.
Right? When you just Q, auto, Q, auto, Q, auto. And it just basically goes infinitely until you run out of mana.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm a fan of the Fimbulwinter on it.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, a lot of damage. No Ignite, though. It has the Exhaust instead. So not going to be a kill yet.
I think the Exhaust. I like the Exhaust on Only Magical Girls.
Oh, no. Getting hit by the spear. Only Magical has to flash away. Is the E from Yone enough? No.
Very late flash.
Yeah, that flash was really late. I expected a flash earlier, but you know, even after the spear connected, or before the spear connected would have probably been best.
Yeah, I do like. I want to say I do like the exhaust coming somewhere on the side of GSG.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
I like that squad fam has the ignite so they can look for kills, but definitely it helps with the assassins that are gonna be going onto one hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one hand is. I mean, obviously we you know talked about this. That one hand is the main priority in this game, right? You need to keep your Samira alive if you want to do any damage at all. I mean, yeah, Timic. If Timic gets ahead, Trundle is not something that you want to face. You know what I mean? You don't want to mess with the Trundle. But for now, look at this level 6 on Terriermon, and had a little bit of a window to go in, but Timic in this bottom lane catches Wuju Warrior. Does the stun? Yes, it does. We'll see what damage they have coming through as a heroic entrance is going to find. Oh, that's the own team. Oh, just going to force out the flash from Wuju Warrior there.
Yeah, but as you were touching on,
they're going to the 3-man, dude. The 3-man knockup is going to be huge.
There are going to be 10 sets of eyes on the Samira in these team fights. Only thing that matters.
What'd you say?
Ouch. Nah, it's fine. Nah, like it doesn't even matter. There are gonna be 10 sets of eyes on the Samira. Only thing that matters.
10? Including one hand's gonna be looking at himself?
I mean, if there are 30 people jumping on him.
30?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Numbers
dude.
just keep getting bigger.
I like this. 30 people in a League of Legends game seems pretty nuts.
Yeah, they only had tech for Hexakill years ago. Now
it's
30v30.
Whatever 30 is. Right. So yeah, there you go. Early dragon. Oh, Timic is gonna catch Wuju Warrior. No
Timic
flash.
here?
No flash on this Leona. Exhaust gonna tick. Stun goes a bit wide as they are trying to find it. Oh my gosh, Squadron with the flash heal, dude. The flash heal. Let's go. As the Wuju is going to fall. And Tarek, Squadron picking up the second one. Hades, dive. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah. Albedo's coming.
Good cover from the Nidalee and Yone. Discouraging the dive from happening. But, no. Mountain drag for the beefcakes of GSG.
Yikes! At least it's not Mountain Soul if you're Sun Guardians.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'm sure that they would not want a Mountain Soul on this Iota team. I mean, I wouldn't want a Mountain Soul on them, and I'm not in the game, right?
On these goons.
On the goons. The goons.
Uh-oh.
Dragon reset. It's okay.
Come on.
It's okay. It's gonna take a little bit more time than intended, but we're gonna get a 3v3 here. Oh, spear headshots one hand takes a lot of HP away, but Squad fam, look at this. Oh, he hits one too for good measure.
Just a casual 3v3 in the bot lane, just for fun.
This is weird. This is so weird.
This shouldn't turn into kills.
They're just chilling. Oh, Squad fam with the Hex Flash. Hades. Oh, has to flash away. Would have gotten stunned up. This is not good, I don't think.
Squad fam just walking in.
No 6 on Tarek. Oh, but it's time. One hand spinning to win. Here we go. Gonna get one. Hades is the next on the table. Should die as well. Here's a double kill. No. Oh, Timic finds it as Cat jumps back into a fully stacked lethal tempo. Trundle. Chomp comes down. A double kill for Timic. One kill goes over to one hand. And it ends up being a 3-for-2 in favor of Goon Squad.
Why? Man. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense ultimately that Goon Squad won out there. Well, why are we fighting there? We known 3 people were there.
Yeah,
they were just not wasting their time. The junglers were there. There was fighting happening.
That is, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. It was wild though. We love the 3v3s in the bottom lane. That's all there is to it. I don't know. There's nothing else to say. But I will say that for Iota, you have now a 2-kill Trundle. And it's a bit scary now. Albedo gonna get knocked up, taunted, and Cosmic Radiance is gonna come down for good measure here. Albedo has to flash away to safety, has the Q3 up. Cat's in the area as well here. We're gonna get stunned again. 1 HP as Squad Fam is now the recipient of 1 HP, and Sleepy is here. Auto's coming through from Cat. As the dodge comes through. Oh, perfect execution. Slides through only magical and will get the kill. Flash over the wall. Oh, no. Into the awaiting arms of Wuju Warrior. A double kill for Sleepy. And it's going to mean plates in the top side, but this Akali getting ahead.
I can't see team chat right now, or I can't hear them either. I know. GSG just spamming top diff.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But now Ron needs to
Oh, he's gone. See
please
ya.
to recall.
See ya.
Even though, honestly, I think they could have 1v2'd there.
Yeah, I think he could have.
Oh, level 9 Shyvana.
Level 9 Shyvana, dude.
Didn't have the item, only
Against
had
level
the balance.
6. Against the level 6 jungler.
And Akali didn't have ult or ignite, so...
It's okay, it's okay. Play it safe, but now we get a 2v2 in this bottom lane. We'll see one hand with a nice dodge out, but it's time to spin. Look at the damage. The exhaust is true, and Hades gonna find the kill there, but Squad Fam smacking up Wuju Warrior, trying to get the damage in. Mid lane, Albedo is is in danger as Timic is smacking him down again, or smacking again. Oh man. Timic has been a menace in this mid lane, and you know, it's nice to play when you have only Magical who has the taunt and the knockup with E.
Exactly, and...
Oh man. Oh,
Oh.
Timic. Oh man, that pillar was so close.
Yeah. Like I talked about, though, we talked about what we wanted to see Snack Bears do differently in this game. And that was win the 2v2. And you know what? They're doing that. Their Kai'Sa
Oh,
is
no.
5-1.
Sleepy.
Sleepy's out of there.
Yeah, Sleepy's gone. Do they have Herald? No, they don't have Herald. Oh, hold on. Timic getting hit by the spear. He's going to die here, I think. And the shutdown again. Another kill goes over to Sleepy as now he's going after Terriermon. And this is a way better showing from Snack Bears here. Absolutely.
Absolutely a better showcase from Snack Bears. And I mean, we talked about how One Hand needed to get ahead, and they aren't currently.
No, absolutely not. And the Herald spawned mid here by Albedo is going to give this Yone some plates. And a nice little gold boost there. You know, about 600 gold up on only Magical right now. Despite the scoreline.
Leads being built. And not to mention, now we're seeing a roam coming up from both the One Hand and Squad Fam.
Oh man, yeah, Albedo again gonna get taunted. Cosmic Radiance is just. I'm not a fan of these Cosmic Radiances. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Especially when Dragon's coming up in 15 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, another dragon goes over here to Goon Squad, and you know, we're kind of seeing a little bit of what we saw in game number 1, where they're stacking these early dragons, and despite losing bot this game, then you know they're still gonna. They should be up 2 dragons to 0.
They should.
But things can happen. Cat's in the area. Cat
Cat's
could go for a
far.
steal.
Oh! The spike to 22.
And there you go. We do get a Hextech Soul.
Something I do want to point out always brings me so much joy.
What is it?
Kai'Sa's one of my favorite champions. I love seeing her, along with many other ADCs, be like, you know what?
Oh, Albedo.
Getting destroyed.
Yeah, Terriermon going in with the dragon, and you know that's without the demonic. So you know, One Hand now getting aggressed on. Nice stun, finds Hades, but Squad Fam has no ultimate, and Hades going in with the killer instinct under the
Took a
tower.
shot.
Oh, nice dodge! Out of the solar flare, Hades is gonna go down. Is Timic gonna take the kill there?
Why did Timic take the kill?
And now Wuji. Oh, Timic takes the double kill. Let's go. As now Sleepy's in the area. One hand dashing right in melee range. As a perfect execution comes through, Ignite's going to be taken down as well here. I think it's enough to take down One Hand, and yes, it is. As Sleepy goes on a rampage, now Timic trying to fight it back.
God, the
Cat
heal.
has to flash away from that tower shot. One more would have been death. And it's a 1-for-2 in favor of Goon Squad again. They seem to just be winning all of these scraps.
They really shouldn't be. Timic, good placement, but maybe we could have let One Hand get the shutdown onto the Kai'Sa. But regardless, 2 kills going over to Goon Squad on only 1 for Snack Bears. But as I was saying, I really like it when Kai'Sa's See, look at the other team, and you see, you know what? It's a Shyvana, Trundle, Galio, and Taric. I should get Collector.
This is like me, dude. I love that item.
They have a squishy person? Yeah, I need Collector.
Yeah, collector.
Instead of...
LDR would have been crazy here, I think.
Yeah,
The
LDR
second item
would've
just
been nuts.
rips the second item. LDR would have been nuts. I've been a big fan of going Phantom Dancer second on Kaisa. I think it's because you get
You
evolved
get the
Q
AD.
and E
Yeah.
after finishing that item. So that's pretty cool. I'm a fan of that, but definitely LDR would have been
Nuts.
yeah.
Oh, Rift Herald being started up and
Terriermon is here.
collapsing.
Yeah, this is a big collapse from Goon Squad as Sleepy is going to be in trouble. Heroic Entrance going to find the knockup onto one as Terriermon is chasing away Cat. Cat has to run for the hills using the Proto Belt.
Flashes mess up. Terriermon did flash forward correctly.
Okay, yeah. Terriermon flashed forward. Now Albedo is in trouble. Everfrost. Oh, nice job blocking out of the Fate Sealed, but Albedo will flash away as well. And yeah, it's 1-0. Cat's going to go down, and I think this means that the Herald should be Goon Squads here. Uh-oh. Squad Fam. Squad Fam does have ult this time. We'll see if we use it. Okay, here we go. Cosmic Radiant's going to be coming down. Hades. I'd like to go for Hades if we can.
They need to disengage here.
Yeah, now it's bad. Now you have to run for the hills because he didn't get the fight with the Cosmic Radiance. Oh, Zenith Blade connects. Kyler Instinct goes through. Oh my gosh, beautiful Solar Flare as well as the exhaust from Wuju Warrior playing this lane very, very well here, completely shutting down one hand.
Oh, this Kaisa getting more and more fed. Samira at 1 and 5.
Ugh.
Bad look. Teleport.
Oh, TP. Terriermon is coming. Does have the dragon available, and boom! A killing spree as Hades should fall as well here. No flash, no ulti, a double kill for Terriermon, and that's a big shutdown going over to the Shyvana.
Shutdown indeed.
Sleepy?
And Smite?
Oh,
Hello?
Hey!
Timic's gonna have smites!
Sleepy takes the Herald. Now we're going to get a fight after. It's a 2v3 in favor of Snack Bears. Only Magical taken very, very low as Sleepy's going to go unstoppable there. This bot lane tower should fall, though, as Terriermon's going to pick up their second tower of the game.
It's a pretty strong Shyvana.
Oh my gosh. I told you, dude, Shyvana is crazy right now. And you can see that Demonic is on the way. Dragon in 30 seconds here.
Demonic's here.
Demonic is here. Yeah, Demonic has joined the party.
Yeah. The Snack Bears with position on this dragon need to get back out onto the map for GSG, and Timic doing Raptors with 12 seconds left.
Yeah, and you know, with the Herald spawning in this bottom lane, it should be, that tower is going to go down. It's going to force someone from Goon Squad to have to match that. It's going to be only
literally
Magical.
doesn't have Smite for 30 seconds.
Oh, here we go. Timic doesn't have Smite either. It's no Smite Dragon fight. Let's go. Sleepy going on to Terriermon. His Heroic Entrance going over the top. Sleepy is a bit far forward here.
Bit early.
Timic walks in. Cat. Oh, Cat failed to jump over the wall. Should be a dead Nidalee in the pit. Yes, Nidalee's going to go down. Wuju Warrior taking pretty low, has to flash to safety, but a huge taunt onto Sleepy. They could be able to take out this Akali right now. Terriermon is 1v3 zoning on the other side of the fight.
The Shyvana acting up to the dragon.
There we go. Nice. Only
Potential.
Magical finds the taunt. There we go. Sleepy's going to fall there. Shut down to Only Magical. And this dragon, the third one, Soul Point again, is going to be in favor of Goon Squad Gaming.
And not only are the dragons stronger, but you also have a Shyvana who is benefiting from these dragons. Additionally,
Oh,
that's 20 armor and MR.
Oh, yeah. That feels so good. You know, just putting this Shyvana even farther ahead with these extra stats.
Definitely not a great sign. And I mean, we saw what the Shyvana was able to do in that last fight. Zoning off 1v3, jumping in, no fear. Hades is struggling to deal with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I had a feeling that the Shyvana would just, you know, we talked about it. There's no damage, right? No damage. But dude, Shyvana does so much damage, man. It's kind of
disgusting.
it's pretty ridiculous, and up 70 CS too. Like, come on, man.
I mean, and this Akali even has 5 kills. Should be something, but 4.3 total gold lead for Goon Squad in this game. Up 3 dragons. Objective bounties for Snack Bears. And even with your Kaisa, they still need to be a little worried of if they can actually knock down these beefy members.
Yeah, and I mean, the Collector does not help that at all, right? You already mentioned that. I think Collector is like really bad in this game, just due to the fact that it's so hard to get these tanky members down to the level where Collector's even effective. Terriermon gonna walk into 2 here. Just gonna ult away. Oh, Zenith Blade going in. Hades as well gonna follow it up. Solar Flare. Timic flashes into the stun. As now Heroic Entrance over the top is gonna find the knockups. Oh, it's a huge knockup as Hades flashes in to the knockup. Oh, disastrous.
It's a horror.
Sleepy is trying to get out of dodge. The blast cone is there as only Magical just flashes over. Oh, headbutts into the Baron, but nonetheless will secure the kill there. 3 dead for Snack Bears, and Baron on the table. Goon Squad's gonna start it up.
Hades got way too close to the Shyvana. You guys can't be diving this deep for the Shyvana. So tanky, so unkillable, and does so much damage. And that's Baron going over to Goon Squad and just blowing up that gold lead.
Absolutely. The gold lead now up to 7,000 here. And with, a little over 2 minutes left on this Hextech Soul, Goon Squad's gonna have Baron for this dragon fight, and they're gonna be able to control all of the waves and get full priority for this dragon.
Now, for Snack Bears, we need to be wary of if they can actually weather the storm. There will be a point where the damage that Goon Squad does falls off, but they're far from it. People are just getting their second items, heading towards their third. So we still have a lot to come in from Goon Squad, but a lot to fight through for Snack Bears.
Yes, definitely a lot to fight through. And, despite this Samira not even being ahead, the rest of the team for Goon Squad pulling it out and just playing very, very well, getting really, really far ahead, and able to do enough damage to make up for the lack of the Samira. But Albedo going in, find the knockup onto 1. Solar Flow's not gonna find the stun here, but Terriermon misses the fireball though. As stun comes through onto Wuju, Squad Fam taking very low. Sleepy's going in, Fate Sealed onto 2, is gonna find Squad Fam. Heroic Entrance gonna find the knockups onto 2 as well, but we're spinning in the back lines. 2 kills down already. Evens up. Oh no. Gives numbers advantage to Goon Squad as Wuju Warrior now caught under this tower. Looks like it's gonna be able to get out for now. As Cat's in this bottom lane, completely zoned out of the fight. Now joined in. I mean, if that initial fireball from Terriermon hit, I would have been destruction, I think.
And you can already tell how much Hades is struggling to hit through these members now.
Oh, Cat gets taunted.
A little bit of danger. But they should be backing off and peeling off and heading towards a soul that's up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, with that inhibitor down too, it's going to be Super Minions pouring into the mid lane, so increasing that mid lane priority, and it's very, very good to see. And Goon Squad should be able to take this soul without any difficulty at all.
Yeah. See Warmock's coming in now for Terriermon. Just that much more health to make it so difficult to actually be taken down. Don't even need to go to the dragon. The team has it. No contest coming out from Snack Bears.
Yeah, I mean, and how can you contest at this point, right? I mean, you're 8k down. Snack Bears had a really good early game. They were playing it better. They were contesting. They were, competitive in this game. But this Shyvana proving to be just too much.
Shyvana proving to be too much. Kaisa's build not making it work.
Yeah, and I mean, I wonder. To be honest with you, I don't even think going LDR would have made a difference in this game because
no, it is difficult to hit anyone. Trying to pick the Taric here.
Oh, two-man stun as Wuju Warrior's just going to die here. Oh, flashing over the wall, Cosmic Radiance. Heroic Entrance going to find knockup onto Sleepy as Sleepy is just in the middle of the entire team. Fade Shield onto 3 is pretty big, but it looks like just a wallet diff right now as Albedo hits everyone with the ultimate. Oh my gosh, Terriermon.
Terriermon.
Just a menace to society here as the rest of the Snackbirds members are going to fall. It's only Hades left alive as Terriermon is on to the Nexus Towers. And you have to imagine this is going to be where they close it off here. Hades taunted up. They're just diving Hades right now. They don't even care. Hades Killer Instinct trying to find the kills.
No, not the Serana.
As Terriermon joins the party, and that's going to be the game. Snack Bears go down as Goon Squad takes it in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, in that game, I don't know what it was, but they were so much more decisive. They didn't dance around, and they were able to finish that out much more smoothly.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you could tell like that it was like, I've had enough. We trolled a little bit too much in that early game, or in game 1. We didn't end the game as fast as we knew we should have, and so they were able to finish it off pretty quickly there. Once they were, once they got it rolling, once they got the ball rolling here, but to Snackbear's credit, they gave a really good performance in game 2, and I think if you're a Snackbears fan, it's a good sign of life, a good showing, because you see that, okay, yeah, this team, had a rough game 1, but they're not just giving up and throwing in the tower. They're still fighting. And, maybe after they work on some drafts, compositions and stuff like that, some draft issues, this team is definitely has the possibility to be a contender.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And I think, as you said, just some draft things. I think this draft was hard to play. You have so many people that want to dive into the back into such a beefy comp. You definitely should have looked for a pivot, but at the end of the day, Snack Bears, not all hope is lost. Definitely a good showing from them, but GSG Iota looking very strong.
Yeah, and it's only week 1, but that's gonna be it for us on this Sunday night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the battle today as Goon Squad Gaming Iota takes it 2-0 over Snack Bears. I've been Ride Chains, joined by Michael. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great week, and we will see you next weekend for some more IBS action.